Some stories are too strange to be fiction, and others too perfect to be real. Today, I'll share 5 short tales, each tied to a name you've heard, or maybe never heard at all. In a forgotten village, deep in ancient Persia, a boy named Arim was born during a lunar eclipse. A bad omen, some said. At age 9, a plague swept the region, killing nearly everyone, except him. He vanished into the desert. For 30 years, no one saw him. Then he returned, exactly the same. No signs of aging, no change in his voice. Elders from the village, now old and gray, couldn't believe it. When the local priest asked him, "How did you survive?" he looked calmly and whispered, "I never stopped running." The next morning, he was gone. Only his barefoot prints remained, ending mid-step in the sand. One ancient gospel, banned by the early church, tells a story from Jesus' childhood. At 7 years old, he found a dying bird in Galilee. He gently picked it up and whispered something no one could hear. Moments later, the bird flew away. The monk recording the story ended with a strange sentence. He said, "Not yet, little one. Your time is not today." The gospel was declared heretical and burned. But centuries later, fragments with the same text were found in Ethiopia and southern Spain. Some say it's myth, others aren't so sure. In the final days of World War II, Hitler was often seen staring into a mirror and speaking, not to himself, but to something inside. One SS guard swore he heard him whisper, "You promised I'd win. You lied." Then the Führer smashed the mirror with his fist, but there was no sound. Even stranger, no shards were ever found. And to this day, that mirror never recovered, never recorded. Some say it was never a mirror at all. Legends say Sinbad made one last journey, not for treasure, but for truth. He believed there was one final mystery beyond the maps. He set sail under a sky with no stars, alone. His final logbook entry read, "The edge is not an end, but an opening." His ship vanished. No crew, no wreckage. But days later, a fisherman found a sealed bottle, floating perfectly still. Inside, a single dry page, his handwriting. That page is still locked away in a museum in Istanbul, untouched, unopened. In 1547 Prague, nobles whispered about a painter named Elian. He refused portraits. He only painted clocks, hundreds of them, but none showed real time. One ticked backward, another had no hands at all. A nobleman bought a painting that always showed 4:44. 3 days later, he collapsed from sudden terror. His death certificate, dated the day before the painting was delivered. Elian disappeared without a trace. He never signed his full name, just a spiral. Some names echo through time. Others hide between the lines of forgotten pages. Which story will stay with you tonight? Subscribe, and next Monday, I'll bring 5 more.